tell me you actually believe in Bigfoot, you blathering nitty hammer? Of course I do. Bigfoot's my hero. Growing up, he was the celebrity I most identified with. Why? Because he was a loner who hated the popular monsters, yet longed to be one.
I can so relate to that.
They're not emotions. This isn't a fact camp, for God's sake. You wouldn't know it from looking.
Bender, if you want to sleep in the tent tonight, you're welcome to join me and Hermes for a little just friends spoon.
Nah, I'll cope you out here under the stars.
Real company.
Hi, I'm Ranger Park, the park ranger.
I get it.
Since this area is a national Bigfoot preserve, we'll start with a short film about Bigfoot while I make a few phone calls.
Bigfoot, endangered mystery. In the dense forests of the Pacific Northwest dwells the strange and beautiful creature known as Bigfoot, perhaps.
That proves it.
Sadly, logging and human settlement today threaten what might possibly be his habitat, although if it's not, they don't. Bigfoot populations require vast amounts of land to remain elusive.
Okay, this right here is rotating.
They typically dwell just behind rocks, but are also sometimes playful, bounding into thick fogs and out-of-focus areas.
It should say top quality exercycle for sale. And could you put top quality in bold? You can't. Okay, whatever.
Remember, it's up to us. Bigfoot is a crucial part of the ecosystem. Let's all help keep Bigfoot possibly alive for future generations to enjoy unless he doesn't exist. The end!
I gotta call you back. All right, questions.
Yeah. Have you ever seen Big Feet?
Technically, no. But I do see him each night in my dreams, and each day in the smiling faces of hairy children.
Bonk! Bonk, I say! Bring me a bag full of Bigfoot's droppings, or shut up!
I have the droppings of someone who saw Bigfoot.
Shut up! Oh my God! Look, it's Bigfoot! Where?
He's gone. He said you should keep wasting your life, though.
I saw Bigfoot crushing cars at the county fair.
What you saw was Bigfoot, the monster truck. But thanks for a great question.
Sir, if I may, why don't you just set up like a billion video cameras in the woods and see if he walks by one?
Ah, that would be very expensive. And most people who believe in Bigfoot are broke.
Hey, look! Bigfoot! He's back! Where? Pop your face! Everybody do the bend.
The sky out here is amazing. Look at all the satellites.
Good night, employees!
Good night! Good night, viewers!
You doing all right out there, buddy?
Better than these gnats. That guy won't be going home with his kids. What's that? A wolf? Or some kind of bird? Oh, God, I wish I was safe inside a tent. Hey! Brian, wake up! It's me, Big Face! Come out and grow my mangy fur!
Bigfoot? You taught yourself English?
Bigfoot! Bigfoot!
Bigfoot? Is that you? I'm not like the others, Bigfoot. I see through your monster coating to the gentle loner inside. I bet you have a wounded raccoon friend that you tenderly nurse back to health while you go. But in the end, they shoot you. But you teach us about things. Oh, just a flying saucer. Excuse me. You can't park here. The parking area is over there.
No idea.
Nice too. Hey, what's the idea? Stop abducting me. Why does your vanity plate say Probe 1?
There's nothing so refreshing as the clean, crisp taste of this bold Canadian beer.
Well, see you in an hour. I gotta go do some business behind that tree.
Bender, wasn't that Frog's dance? Bender raises a good point. Where is Frog?
Andy, you won't believe what happened. It was so scary that you went. I know, but listen, it gets even scarier. God, some Sega Genesis happened to you. That's what I'm trying to tell you. See, why are you all staring at me like that? Is there something on my face?
No.
Someone should tell him.
Tell me what?
Nothing.
Well, I have a lot of experience telling patients bad news, so let me break it to him gently. Right! You have no nose! Your nose is gone! You have no nose on your face! Where it is, I can't say, but on your face, it's not!
What?
I think it's sweet. You chopped off your nose so you can look more like your hero, me, Bender.
God, you must have taken it last night. Which last night?
That water is really high.
I was watching. To Bigfoot, look at it. The aliens back there.
Were they little red dudes with big oval heads? I don't get that gesture. Am I wrong?
Cheer up, friends. When we get home, a high-quality prosthesis will have you looking good as new.
I'm a pathetic freak. My life is ruined.
Man, you are such a jokester.
I'll never have another moment of happiness.
I know you're trying to mask your pain with humor, but don't worry. I'm sure the professor can clone a new nose.
It wouldn't be the same. I want my nose. I don't have to teach a new one how to shoot milk when I laugh.
Well, there's no sense fretting. Good Lord, you're on. The fact is, your nose is gone, and we'll never find out who did it or why.
Guys, there's some on television.
Alien abductions. Until now, a harmless incident. But recently, they've taken on a sinister dimension, as unsuspecting victims are returned without noses.
Like me.
The culprits, shameless poachers, hunting humans without a permit.
The valuable
Without a
nose,
permit.
or human horn, fetches a high price on alien worlds as an aphrodisiac.
My nose is an aphrodisiac?
Okay. Now, I have a theory about what we're seeing right now. Alright. This is the object. I do believe it apparently has a cloaking field that goes and extends out to about here. And then once it gets past that point, the trail with debris comes up behind it. That's why we can't see it. And I have a previous video showing the technology cloaking in real time. Like it could appear and disappear just as quick as I start talking. You can literally see the planet and the moon. And all of a sudden they just dissolve into the background with cloudy, kind of like this, obscuring it. So I believe what we're seeing right now is right here. We're right here. Planets flying this way. Debris is moving off of them, and then once it gets past here, it starts to be visible. And this is the cloud that we're going to be going through here soon. And God knows what dangers are in that cloud. And the things we're not able to see yet. See what I mean? I mean, it's the perfect fucking mix of shitty luck. Like, we would never see this thing coming, no matter what we did. I mean, if it wasn't for the ancient records about this shit that we have now, then we wouldn't know it was here. Or I wouldn't know it was here. Wouldn't even know anything about it. But this thing is an actual fact. sad to say, the state of the world is not going to be good after this thing occurs. Now, that is not to say that we might not survive. I mean, we might. Hell, nothing may happen. I mean, the way the extra-dimensional entities talk, they don't want anything to happen to us or the planet, so... But they also say that we're going into the 4th dimension or 5th dimension and descending. And from what I know, ascension is basically, dying and going to heaven. And there'll be heaven on earth and all that stuff. But I mean, like, I have faith in all that, but it's kind of hard to say I don't want to be in my corporeal body, you know what I mean? Like this flesh and organic, whatever you want to call it, life form, being, vessel, incarnate, whatever. It has its advantages. Even though we're in a duality in a world of suffering, I mean, like, still. That was interesting. Did you see that? To the left. I wonder if that, I don't know if that's a bug. If that's a bug, that was an interesting bug. I've never seen one light up like that. Anyway. The physical body does have its advantages, I think, personally. I mean, for one, a physical experience. Things like knowing separation, knowing individuality, knowing differences, seeing individual uniqueness in people, seeing the uniqueness in the world. Things like food and sex and drugs and rock and roll and music and driving a car, riding a crotch rocket. All those experiences are things that I don't think there is in a non-corporeal body, like in a spirit body. The beauty of painting a painting or listening to a masterpiece written by somebody who's ingenious and ahead of their time. All those things I don't think exist in the non-corporeal world or non-physical reality. But, I mean, I can't be certain of that to whichever extent that it may be. I mean, hell, we may all just, flash out and then go to a place that's like heaven for exactly the way we want it to be. And then we experience it like a physical world, but I don't think that's really how it works. I'm pretty sure that once we are part of the one true God again, or the all, or the omnipresent, great divine entity or energy, or whatever it is on this world that made this experience possible, whether by chance or intentionally, I think once we become part of that again, we do not consciously experience anything anymore. The only conscious experience is the one we have when we're in the physical world. And that's why our separation from reincarnation leads to the loss of the memory to protect us. Because when we're non-physical or ethereal or on another plane of existence, it's a whole different level that we can't relate to these bodies, because these bodies are not there. Our consciousness from here is not there. I don't know though. I can't be certain until I die. But I do know I can move out of body. I have consciously exited my body before accidentally, which was a trip. But I rolled right out that motherfucker. And it looked just like normal, except the only difference was I didn't have a physical body. But I was looking around, and I couldn't see my body, and I couldn't feel my body, but I could visually see things like I was consciously aware, so. But there again, that might just be the experience of the physical within the metaphysical, or kind of like a bridge over to the metaphysical from the physical basing of our brains or organic bodies or being in this reality. Of course, I have faith, but time will tell, I guess. And by the looks of this, it's looking like it's gonna tell us pretty fucking soon. It's the end of the world as we know. So much is gone through. All this suffering is all we knew. What the fuck will we do? Anyway, I really wish I would have got the shit on camera and it not have gotten corrupted, because yesterday sunset was intense in Florida, to say the least. Anybody who's from Florida and sees this knows that if they were at the beach yesterday, they seen some shit probably. And if you have that recording and you happen to be listening, I would highly suggest you post it online, especially if you were in person. I mean, like, cameras are only so good, but some people just happen to be lucky enough to be carrying around SLR digital cameras for that particular type of thing. And compared to a fucking phone through a web camera, it's a whole different ballgame as far as quality. So, if anybody's got the footage, by all means, I do encourage you to upload that shit, because it's worth showing the world, in my opinion, in my humble opinion. Holy shit, that's crazy looking. I do not know what we're seeing right here, but it's trippy. It's like you see through it, but you can't. That might be one of the objects in the cloaking field. Because if that's clouds, that's a weird looking cloud. That's a weird moving cloud. It's a very ominous looking cloud. And with other places looking like that, it makes it kind of hard to think that it's just clouds. But I'm ready to go whenever. Fuck it. Let it ride. Anyway, I have to stop this because it's starting to draw on a little long. Like, share, subscribe for more. And I'm loving you endlessly, and I'll see you next time if there's one. God be with us all, and may God have mercy on our souls. Stay strong, stay safe, and don't fear. Vibrate high. Be at peace, because this is going to happen no matter what. But there should be no fear. Straight on into the storm. God bless you all. This is Alec, you already know. Saying have faith in humanity, because we will make it. Goodbye.